Nice. Hello, hello. Just going to tag a few friends. That come on every night with me, that hang out. To tag too many people and be distracting for you guys. But most everybody picks up on it anyway. So we're usually pretty good. There we go. All right. Hi, Kathy and Julie. Hello, hello. So I have some news tonight. We got a few of our stamp sets back in stock. So I thought what better time than when they're back in stock to get to color them. So I haven't gotten to color this one yet. So I thought it'd be super fun to do Cake is Life. Hi, Cheryl. So what I have here are the 3 stamp sets that are back in stock. So Cake is Life is back. Isn't that just the cutest? And these sentiments are amazing. If you had to choose between cake and being skinny, what flavor would you choose? Hi, Natalie. We also have It's Your Birthday back in stock. I did this on one of my first 10 o'clock lives, but I may do it again, and this time I might do something different with them, of course. And there's dies, and dies for this one. And then, whoop, whoop, the ever so wanted, everyone's looking for, Baby Dragons back in stock. Woohoo! And there's dies to match. Isn't that exciting? So I thought, since today was Wednesday, we would do Cake is Life today, and then Thursday and Friday we'll do the other 2 that are new. So maybe you guys, if you want to color along, you can prepare for Thursday and Friday for these 2 sets. So we'll do these 2 sets on Thursday and Friday, and tonight we'll do this one. Hey, Mama. So we just said 3 stamp sets are back in stock, which I think you already have them all, so you're good. So I already stamped this little Cake is Life guy. He is super cute. Depending on how long it takes us to color him up, we may do him twice. Just to give us some different color combos and different ideas to do with them. But if he takes a while, then we'll just do him once. But we'll see. So let me zoom in. This cute little cake guy. Hey, Mama. I think we're going to give him vanilla cake for sure, because that's my favorite. So we'll do my favorite first because I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So we're going to do the actual cake part first, and then we'll worry about this weirdo monster in just a little bit. This one is so fun to color, so I'm super excited. I'm pretty good tonight. I'm a little on the tired side, but other than that, I'm doing really good. Hi, Renska. So tonight, we are coloring Cake is Life. I'm super excited about it. I'm so glad it's finally back in stock. So it's been a little challenging because I've been wanting to do this one and I haven't been able to because it was out of stock. 2 other ones that are back in stock are It's Your Birthday and Baby Dragons, my favorite. So we're going to do those other 2 this week on other nights. Jamie had a challenging day today, so she's already asleep. So she's not going to be joining us tonight. She's doing okay. She just had a lot of errands and stuff to run today and then wore herself out. So yeah, other than that, she's doing great. So E55 is what we're going to start with because we're going to color the cake as vanilla cake. And we're going to start with the cake. I don't know why. I just want to start with the cake. So I'm going to do the part where the frosting would overlap the cake. And then because it's cake, I'm just going to put a few of these little like lines in it. Because sometimes I think it makes it darker, lighter. I'm going to change this lighting. You guys tell me if it messes it up. Is it still okay? It was right in my face. It's killing me. But if it's if that messed it up, let me know. Oh, I got a fuzzy on my marker. So I think we did this one. We colored this one at when we had our retreat, the in-person retreat that we had last year in November. But I don't think all the people who generally watch me at night were the ones that were at the retreat, except for Julie. I know Julie was there and Mama was there. It's fine. The lighting is good. Okay, good. So I'm really just doing these random little lines in here. No rhyme or reason as to why they look like that or why they're like that, except that it will give it texture after we do the other two colors. So we have E53. And we're just making it more of a vanilla cake because I like vanilla cake better than I like chocolate cake. I'm sure there are some watchers who like chocolate cake. But we're going to do vanilla cake tonight. I've been super busy today. I worked and then I made cards. I made like 10 cards tonight. So I've been pretty busy tonight. So now is my relaxed time where I just get to color and be happy. E51 is next. I have not chosen my colors for the rest of the card. So we'll choose them as we go. I think we'll be all right. We really can make this little guy any color we want. You know, I'm prone to want to make him, I'm a vanilla cake gal too, but you know I'm prone to want to make him purple. But if you guys have a different suggestion, whatever pops up first. Hi Wanda. Whatever somebody suggests first, if it's not purple, I'll consider that one as well. I got a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but I got a little bit on the fork, and since I'm going to make that kind of a really light silver, I want to fix that before we move on. So it looks kind of dark right now, but when we add the rest of the colors, it won't look like that. So I'm going to move on to doing this outer part of his eyeball and his little teeth first, so I can get that part done, and that way I won't pick up any other colors when I'm coloring him up. So I'm going to start with C1 and I'm going to use C00 as well. How's everyone else doing today? Everybody else having a good day? He's going to have some white teeth. I have colored him with some dirty chocolate teeth, but he hasn't eaten the cake yet, so this guy's going to have white teeth. Oh, you guys are quiet tonight. Does anybody have this stamp set yet? It's super fun to color. If you haven't colored it yet, you should take that chance because it's super fun. I don't know why I keep opening these markers in the wrong end tonight. What my deal is. I'm a little off my game, I guess. Alright. So, can't really see that on his teeth, but you'll be able to see it when we put some color in there. I think I'm going to use my... No, you don't have that one yet? Oh, it's so much fun. It's really fun to practice different colors, different color combos with. This one and the Ice Cream Monsters that has the ice cream. Those are some of my favorites to practice different color combos with because it gives you a big space and I really like to use it for that purpose. Just going to smooth this out just a little bit where I put that darker color. But I really like this one. He's so funny. I think he's really funny. And he looks kind of silly right now, but if you hang with me and wait till he's done, he's super cute. Okay, so for his fork, I'm going to actually make that... I was going to make that silver, but I can make that fork any color I want, huh? Well, maybe we'll just stick with normal for right now. So I think I'm going to go with the T's this time. And I'm just going to use 3. So I'm going to put my C's away for now. I think I'm going to go with T7, T5, and T3. And maybe T4 if I need it. We're on 3 color combos tonight. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just the parts where his hand's shading the fork. I almost said spoon. First. I don't want to get too close to that frosting because I'm pretty sure that frosting is going to be like a bright color. So just a little bit on that fork, not too much. I think my eyes feel a little bit blurry tonight. Does that look blurry on the screen or is it just me?
It's just you. Are your glasses dirty?
Maybe. All right, hold please. I need to clean my glasses because everything is looking blurry to me tonight. Like, ooh, maybe this will be some really clearness once I clean them off. It also might be because I'm seeing spots because I was staring right into that light. It looks okay? Okay, good. Okay, so this is T5, and I'm just going to kind of pull away from where I put the darkest shade. We're going to use that T3 instead of T4 to lighten the fork a little bit with that color moving. Hey, turn your volume off that if you're going to search on your phone right there. Hubby's watching the video again tonight. I guess he missed me while I was gone. All right, so T3 is next, and I didn't use T4 because I know this is going to be a big variation, and I want to kind of lighten that color up a little bit while I'm blending it together. So I love this image because there's no standard color for it, you know, nothing like that you would see in nature or that you would expect this to be. So you can make it any color you want. And no one said a color, so I guess we're going to go with purple. Some shade of purple. Because, you know, I love my purple. Do you see how much lighter that looks than the first 2 tea colors I put on there? Because this T3 lightened it up a bit, which is super awesome. All right. So now, you know how many markers I have laying on my desk when I get done with this? Now we're going to go back to that that C1 and C00 for his eyeball. So C1 first. And this is not going to show up like a whole lot, but it really does make a difference when you finish the image completely. So I'm just putting it around the outside so that it looks, ooh. We have a visitor flying around my desk. Must have came in from outside.
That's because I had that
Okay.
thing for the laser cutting.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So, and I'm going to do just one side of his eyeball. So this is just going to give it a little bit of look to make it look kind of like it's more rounded. It's hot in here. Can you turn that fan on over there? Okay, so I'm going to go around where I put this in. Just around that edge, and then I'm going to use the Colorless blender after that. You can kind of see it now. It looks sort of silly now, but it'll make sense when I get done. I know you guys trust me. There's another bug flying around my desk. Unacceptable. Oh, yay. That's great, honey. They'll just put on the fan. Woohoo! So this is the Colorless blender, and I'm just blending this together. That bug is in my face. I don't want it to fly in my mouth. Okay. Alrighty. So now we have the white parts done. I'm super happy about that. Now we get to do the fun stuff. So let's pick some purple colors. I think I'm missing a... Oh, there it is. I still haven't put my markers away. I'm such a bad girl. I've been doing so many other things. I haven't had a chance to put my markers away. I want to clean them before I put them away. So I haven't done that yet. Look, I want to mix some colors tonight. So I'm going to get my little paper, my little test sampler out here. Because I want to do some purple, but I want to put in some like reddish violet colors as well. So we're just going to check this out and see how it goes. So I'm choosing a few colors. I think maybe these. I like these. 17. You know, these numbers kind of go in order, so we're going to see how they look when you put them together. Maybe I'll try this one. Hi, Mary. Okay, so I picked some random colors, and I picked 5 of them, and I'm going to test them first. Now, they might not work, so that's why we're running this quick little test first. This is V09. This is RV19. Might be okay. Then back to V17, so I might have to switch those around. And then RV17. Maybe I'll take that 19 out. And then let's try this one first. This is V05. Not really happy with that. I know these seem very wild, don't they? But that's okay. RV17 and 14. Maybe I'll try the 15. Okay. Let's try a new combo. I don't like that one, so let's try this one. How about V09? V17. Nice. 15. We know these 3 generally go together. Okay, so I think we're going to have to mix. We're going to have to put this one before the 15. And then we'll do the 14. And let's try the 17 over here and see how it does. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I figured it out. So here it goes. V09, V17. Those go good together. And we're going to add in this RV19, which I think will blend really well together as well. Then we're going to do RV14. So we're going to go from deep purple to a bright pink. And then we're going to go to V15, which is back to a little bit of purple. So this is what we're going to do. I know it's a little out of the norm, but that's what makes it fun. And we're going to do his whole body in these colors. So again, it was V09, V17, RV17, RV14, and V15. W0? Or are you saying, whoa, I'm changing up the colors like crazy? I like to do this. Who knows if it'll work out really great, but hey, it's just paper and we already have another one printed. So if it just doesn't work, we'll move on. Hi, Holly. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in some really dark shaded areas with this V09. And I want this eye to really stand out. So we're going to put some there. Oh, right? You're totally wanting cake? I totally wanted ice cream tonight, but we didn't go do it. I got so busy working on my cards that I didn't get to go get ice cream. Tonight is cheap ice cream night. Oh, thanks for going through the process. Yeah, that's how my process works. That's what I do even when I'm not online. That's how I choose my colors. Our yogurt place right around the corner has like one price cups on Wednesday that's cheaper than every other day. So I was gonna try to get Dale to go over there, but I ran out of time. I don't really need any ice cream anyway, so I think that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do his little lip right here. And a little bit under his nose. I haven't quite decided how dark I want to go inside his mouth, so I may wait for that. And I think I'm just going to work on just his head, and then we'll come back and do his body. I like to break it up in parts. It makes it easier, keeps the paper wet. So we'll flip through these colors a few times. Okay. So V17 is next. And this one's going to be quite a bit lighter. But our true color is going to be the RV17. So he's truly going to be more of a little pink guy instead of a purple guy. But he will absolutely have purple on him for sure. So I'm just kind of extending out a little further from where I originally put these. Kind of trying to give it a little bit of shape. And then we're going to come down the side of his face. Kind of color that one in. I want this to be pronounced a bit, so that's why we're doing it in the darker colors. His little lip that's covered by the fork and such, so we want to go ahead and get that going on. Ooh, this purple is already so pretty. Going to do a little bit more under his nose, kind of bring that little area together. Make that a little more defined. Alright. I think with this one, I need to have a little bit on the inside right here. Just a little bit. For now. Okay, he has a lot of purple on him. When we put this RV17 in there, it's going to change everything. It's going to make it be really bright. Okay, we ready? Hold your breath. Here we go. RV17 right over top of our VO9. Now look how pretty that's going to be. It's going to be super duper pretty. Now, in order to blend these two colors really well, we do have to go over the darkest shades quickly because we don't want to fade them out, but we want to keep that purple but still blend that purple and pink together. I'm not going to do too far down into his ear because I want to make that more of a pink. So this is our true color, so we're going to have a little bit more of this color on there than any of the other ones. Look at how cute he is. He's going to be very obnoxious. Hi, Linda. Good to see you here again tonight. We are coloring Cake is Life. And we're all feeling a little hungry for cake, I think. We picked some really far out colors to play around with tonight. But I like to do things a little different. I mean, you guys, if you watched me color with the same colors every time, well, then you wouldn't learn that much. So we are definitely going to mix it up a little bit. And I want to kind of start making these brush strokes sort of go in towards his cheeks. Okay, starting to build him his whole face. I am, since this is my true color, the third one in the combo, I am going to go along the bottom of this ear and the underside where the line is. So it will have a little bit more of a pink tone than the rest. And now we're going to switch it to RV14. Now RV14 is really bright, so this one's going to bring it really up to a really bright pink, but the next color goes back to purple, so it will tone it down a little bit. So there's his eye. That's super cool, huh? So we're just going to leave small areas for that color, that other color. I'm going to do a little bit more on this one. And then we're going to choose a really light pink to do the center of his ear. So moving right along, bringing these colors out just a little bit further. This one is going to cover most of it. We're just going to leave a small area for that last color, but that last color is going to bring the purple back. So we're going to use it just a little bit different than we normally do for a last color. We're going to go over some of the pink we already put in there to make it come back to purple. But this is just a little guy, so he can be whatever color I want. He can be like a little monster or like a bunny, like Holly said. He can be whatever you want. That's the fun part about these images, is you can make them whatever you want. So he looks like he's a two-tone bunny right now, doesn't he? I love it. All right, so back to the purple color. So we're back to V. We're using V15. Oh, look, my S is coming off. This was a very bad batch of the pink colors, so they don't stay on as well as the purple. So I got a bad batch of colors. Okay. So this one, I'm kind of going over it to smooth out those blends and kind of bring it a little bit back to purple. Do you see how that worked out on that one? Just kind of brought it right back to that purple-ish color. We're going to do that, but I'm not going to do it on his eye, and I'm not going to do it inside his ear, but I am going to do it here. This one might actually be too light to leave spaces like this, but I might leave that anyway. I kind of like it. It's a little bit different than what you normally see, but I kind of like it. If I change my mind, we'll come in back in with the RV14, but for now, I'm going to leave that there. This guy's going to be, he won't be able to hide at a party for sure. He is going to be bright, bright, bright. I like him that way though. That's what makes him so fun. So generally when I do this, I do a back and forth motion. I always mention that when I'm doing it. And I'm not really doing the back and forth because I really want to mix these together. Look how pretty that looks. It's very smooth. We definitely want it smooth, but it's definitely a two-tone color. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It still blends, it still looks smooth, but it's definitely a mix of colors. So I think before I move on down to this lower part of his body, I think what I'm going to do is pull out a lighter color for this. And I think RV11 will probably do that. I want to keep his ear a little bit. Might need to tip this one. So it's a big jump from 14 to 11, so I'm just going to take my RV11 and rub it across the RV14, and that will help me to blend this color out and still keep that really light shade. So one more time, just a little bit right here because it got a little bit light. And there we go. So now I'm going to wipe off this marker real quick just to make sure I get all the RV14 off. And then I can put this one away. Or maybe I'll use it for his tongue too, so I'll leave it out. Okay, so back to V09 for his body. It looks cool. You like that? I like it when it's different colors like that. Okay, so we're going to put in, just like we did before, just the areas where we want the darkest shade to be. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. So a little bit on his fingers, on this side of his fingers, and then on the underside. I'm assuming that the light is coming from this way, so I'm kind of doing it sort of like that. I'm gonna just accent his little knee. I'm gonna do this underside side of his body right here, right here. I'm gonna do a little bit under his leg and where his foot is. Just going to put a little line there. And then we're going to do a little bit here. Ooh, my marker's pretty wet. And a juicy marker right there. We're going to do a little bit where this fork is. Where his finger curls. Both of them. A little bit here. And the underside of his thumb. I think I might put a little mark right here so you can see where his wrist comes up. And then we're going to switch to, I think I'm going to do all purple inside his mouth. But I'm just trying to decide that as I'm coloring. Sometimes I don't even know how my mind works like that, where I'm thinking about something else while I'm coloring. I used to not be able to do that. Okay, so this one is V17. So I'm just going to extend out, but again, not our true color. Our true color is the RV. So I'm just bringing out this darkest shade again. wherever I put it before. Are you guys mesmerized or falling asleep? Just checking. I think I'm going to come out a little bit further on this. We'll blend that all in real good when we get to the right colors for that. A little bit more on his knee. Kind of around his toes. Around his body. You're here! Woohoo! Yay, not asleep yet. Oops, I just dropped my practice sheet. Hopefully I won't need it. Okay, a little bit more on his fingers. Maybe up just a little bit there. Okay, time to switch to the bright, bright, bright. Aw, thanks. Okay, I'm glad you're still awake and watching. This is definitely a color for you guys to challenge yourself to try. I can only imagine. I need to do an alcohol background with this one and make those colors pop. Here we go with our RV17. Gonna be real bright again. This is our true color. So we're gonna have a lot more of it. Now that you're watching this color go on again, look how much darker it looks until I add in that lighter color and it brightens it all up. So you could actually do this and just add purples after you add this color in there, and it might be a different shade, a different purple pink. I'll get this little knee colored in. And this other little foot. Now he's upside down. Hello, Michelle. You popped in when I was looking down. We're doing this little Cake is Life guy because he's back in the shop. He's not sold out anymore. And I've been dying to color him. We also have Baby Dragons and It's Your Birthday back in stock. So if you've been waiting for any of those, now's the time to get them. Okay, so doing a whole lot of this color because this is our true color. Okay, time to go to RV14. No, we're not on the road right now. I leave on Tuesday. So I have this weekend with my hubby and then I leave again. And I'll be gone from the 10th to the 24th. Gonna be a long one this time. Again. We're gonna leave this little part right here for that real bright purple to be in. Our next show is the weekend after I leave, so Washington on, if I leave on the 10th, it's probably on the 13th, 14th, sometime around there. His body looks so much different than the rest of them, doesn't it? It won't when we get done, though. I know you guys trust me. Trust me to show you the right colors. Leave some little spots on his fingers to be that more purple color. think I might make his nose black. I haven't decided, but again, thinking about other stuff while I'm trying to do this. This marker might become Andy before the end of the night because it's really irritating me. This is V15. We'll blend in these pink colors back into a purple tone. See how much that changes? So cute, huh? Okay, so here we go. Time to do his belly. Gonna do a little bit of back and forth in the middle of his belly, but not too much because I don't want to. I already washed out a little bit of that. Okay, so onto his leg. We left him a little bit of this real light color on his leg too. And then we'll do this one just to soften that up a bit. So what do you think of this color so far? It's really bright, huh? Pretty happy with that color. I think that color's pretty. Alright, I think we want to do the inside of his mouth, but we're going to leave out the RV colors. And we're just going to do V09, 17, and 15 and see how that goes. So, it's going to be pretty dark. I always like to do the inside of the mouth significantly darker than the rest. I don't know why. I just think it looks better that way. Okay, his little tongue is shading under here. It looks a little fluorescent. It does look a little fluorescent. You're right. And it does look like that for real too. So there you go. That's how you get fluorescent without having a fluorescent marker. Okay, so we're going to do his mouth around this cake because the cake is shadowing the inside of his mouth. I think I've decided to do a little bit more of this. There we go. It's very bright for sure. Okay, so let's go on to V17. That's the next one. That means inside of his mouth's going to be pretty purple. I missed it altogether. I think my eyes are just tired tonight or something. It keeps feeling like even what I'm looking at is getting blurry. I must be sleepy tired. I guess I won't be doing anything else tonight after the live. So my hubby was making stencils before the live started. That's why I was almost late, because we were waiting for the printer to finish. Because let me tell you, you guys, I cannot talk to you when that's going. I can barely hear the television set. Okay, so we're going to skip down now to 15, leaving out the RV colors so that the inside of his mouth will stay more purple. This is a brighter color, so it's going to almost look like it's turning it pink a little bit. So we're going to do a little bit of pulling. We may have to do some tip to tip to get this to blend just a little bit better and be a little bit darker, but let's finish it up and see what we think. Normally you can blend these colors really, really well together, but it's going to lighten up the color, and I don't want it to be that light. So we're going to tip to tip again, So this is RV17, this one right here in my hand. And what we're going to do is take our RV15, we're just going to wipe on the tip to darken this up just a little bit. So I know if you're doing this and you're thinking about doing the tip to tip, you might be tempted to pick up from here, but don't do that. Definitely just go right onto the nib, because if there's color on your marker down here, it could have some of that jellied stuff on it where it's kind of dried and funny looking. You know if your marker looks like that, you know what I'm talking about. And it could pick up some bad stuff that'll clog your nib, so make sure you go directly on the tip of the marker. See, now doesn't that look better? It needed to be darker, I think. I like it better. I like it. I like it. I like it. So should we make his nose, shall we make his nose dark purple too? And his eye, or shall we choose different colors? What do you guys think? I think we should go with purple eye for sure. Let's just roll with these colors. Let's stick with these same colors. I asked you what you thought, and then I didn't even wait for you to respond. So sorry. Okay. 09. So what we're going to do is his nose first. So I want this nostril part to be really dark. So I'm going to kind of fill that one in. And then this part that's touching his skin, that's the part that's going to stay the darkest. Oh, green eyes. That's a good idea. Let's do that. I'm glad I started on the nose. Green is a great idea. I like that idea. Let's roll with it. Okay, so V17 is our third color, so it's going to be the most. And I don't know if you guys can tell what I'm doing with this, but we know that when I color with the 15, it lightens it up a whole lot, and I want to leave a little bit of an accent color on here. See how well that works? Kind of does it for you. Perfect. There we go. All right, super duper cute. Let's do his tongue. So let's use this RV17 to just do what's really close in here and what's down here. And then let's use RV14 as our true color. And then we're going to use this RV11. There is another color called 13 that we could use in between, but since we used tip to tip the last time, if we need that this time, we should stick with the same color. And I think we're going to need it just a little bit, not much. Just to blend this. I still want to leave a little bit of that tongue. I knew I was going to need my paper again that I dropped on the floor. I feel so old. That's a long way down. I'm just cleaning off the RV14 from my 11 marker. Perfect tongue. You like it? It's a cute little tongue. Okay. So maybe we can make his eyes green and like the icing on the cake green. We could do that. All right, we shall use a brighter green. So let's see, what color green do I want to use? Oh, he's so cute. I like him. Okay, let's see. All right, so we're definitely going to need our G000 because, you know, definitely going to need that. Maybe we'll try G28. we're going to have to test again. G28. And let's do YG17. Let's try these three and see how they do. This is G28. So we're going to need a little bit of a dark. And we need a medium. So this is YG17. That goes really well together. And then we need a really bright to bring it. I think that's good. Make the candle green? Okay, let's do that. So in order to practice with these colors first, just to make sure I'm super happy with them for his eyes and that I don't want to make this one lighter, I'm going to pull out YG21 as a spare just in case I need it. It's really, really light. But I'm going to pull it out. So we're going to practice with the candle first. That way I'll know how I feel about the eye. Okay, so let's do the bottom of the candle. And then we'll do this little drip a little bit. Kind of this part right here. And we want to kind of make that a little bit rounded. Candle's pretty little, just like the eyeball, so this will give us just a little bit of practice. YG17. This could potentially be our middle color, so I'm going to kind of go with that. I'm going to put a little dent in there, a little bit more ink right here to kind of show off that bend in the candle. Oops. And then we'll try this YG23. This is the one I'm not sure if I want the lighter shade or if I'm happy with this YG23. But we'll see. We'll soon find out. I kind of think we needed the YG21. So let's pull that in now and see if we can lighten it up a little bit. So this is the YG21 and it's really, really light. So we're just going to kind of run a little bit around here. See how it moves the color around and makes it brighter? I think that's great. I don't know that we'll need that necessarily on his eye, but maybe we'll see. I'll hold it up close so you guys can see what I see. See how much lighter it made it right here with that YG11. I like it. And I think I'm going to darken this part right here a little bit. Okay. So for his eyes, we have to do a pupil first. So I'm going to use my multi-liner. And I'm going to get me a little pupil going on in here. Ah, it looks like he's scared of his cake. Alright, so I'm going to give that a second to dry. Okay. Now we're going to go in with the G28. And I'm going to go around the pupil, but just really lightly. And then I'm going to do these little bitty, very teeny tiny little brush strokes away from his eye in different lengths. This is going to look really scary to start with. I'm also going to do a little bit around his eye and then out from his eye. It's going to look real scary. You guys are probably freaking out. Oh my gosh, it's going to be messed up. I used to freak out every single time I did eyes. I'm like, this is going to be messed up. But when you get done, it all kind of comes together. So I'm sort of stoked about that. YG17 is next. And this one I'm going to go around the eye again, like I did the last time. And then I'm going to blend this part right here as well. I still want to be able to see those lines. So I'm going to come in, and I think I'm going to go with the YG21 first. Hi, Angela. I think I'm going to go with the lighter YG21 first because I think that's what it needs, not the 23. And I'm just going to do this little roundy motion to really lighten this up. With that little circular motion, I usually use the G000 with. And I may bring that in too. I think it needs just a little bit more work. So I'm going to go back in. Hello, hello. With YG17. And I'm going to make these lines again so you can see them through that YG21. So I want you to really be able to see those. So sometimes when you're doing eyes, it helps to go over it a couple of times. Lighten it, darken it, lighten it, darken it. Just to kind of really get the feel for what you want. Because sometimes that YG21 or G000 will really lighten it up too much. And now I'm going to use the YG23 that we did not use before to kind of darken some of these spots that got just a little bit too light with the YG21. And to go around the center of his eye again. Now, I'm going to hold this up close so you guys can see. Hey, Angela, did you see my PM today that baby dragons are back in stock? So this is his little eye. I think it looks better if you put the white dot in it. So I still have my white gel pen packed up in my nice little handy dandy leather holder that my husband made me. And I'm going to put the little white dot in his eye and maybe one up here too. Now, didn't that just made it all come to life right there? Isn't that sweet? Okay, so our next thing is we have to do the candle and the icing on the cake. So what color icing? Someone help me. What color icing on the cake? Looks great. You love it? Awesome.
Strawberry.
I thought about strawberry, but then it's pink again. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to do pink again. I'm picking candle colors while you guys think about and let me know what you think about yellow. Yellow's, you like it white? A lot of people color it white. Yellow. Ooh, 2 for yellow. All right, let's see. YR. Maybe I'll use this one. Okay. All right, we'll do yellow.
Now, are you making a whipped cream ice cream? Buttercream,
Buttercream, man. Buttercream all
Or
the
sugar
way.
icing.
No, none of that whipped cream and sugar stuff. Eesh. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use my favorite red. I'm going to start with red. And I'm just going to do this part right here. Just like that for the candle. Chocolate icing. I don't like chocolate cake.
Should we do the cake as red velvet?
The cake is red velvet.
No, you should, yeah, make the batter.
I could have, but I did not. Okay, so now I'm going to use YR18. This one has a little bit of red in it, still kind of yellow. Still kind of red, kind of orange. I mean, not yellow, but orange. You guys got yellow on my brain now. And then I'm going to switch to YR15. This one is like a pumpkin color, so it's going to bring a little bit more of that yellow in, so the yellow will come to life at the end of the flame. And then I'm going to go in with Y13 and finish up the tip of this candle. Notice I'm going from the other direction because I don't want to pull any of that orange or red that way. So I'm going to start from this way and drag it down. And then there we go. Oh, you like yellow cake with a blueberry? I think the blueberry would look a lot like my little monster too. I think we'll go with yellow. I do like it white though. I really do. But look, the candle came out really good. I like the candle. You want to see that up close? Kind of that yellow, deep red on the inside. All right, so that is the candle part. So now we have to choose our yellows. And I feel like it needs to have some deepness to the yellow. So let me see what I got down here. Yellow. Let's use, where's my Y11? That's my favorite one. I seem to be missing that marker. Oh wait, here it is. I was like, oh, that would have been like a meltdown right there. Meltdown time for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and pull in Y19. Y19 has a little bit of a orangey color to it, so we're not going to use very much of that. And then we're going to go to Y18, 15, 13, 11. We'll use more 11 than we normally do for accenting. But let's just roll with it and you'll see. So Y19 is pretty dark, but we're just going to do just the shadowy areas. Underneath the candle, kind of around the back of these curves of the cake. Not too much. Way down here at the bottom. And then this right here, where the icing is. And maybe along this back part right here. Okay. So not too much of that really dark yellow, just enough to keep that dimension going. Same with Y18. It's going to be very, very light as well. A little bit more of it, but not too much. We're going to try to keep this cake pretty light. Although you know that's asking a lot out of me because I like all my colors rich and deep. That's what she said. I'm not a big, you know they can hear you when you talk, right? My hubby being funny. So I'm just coloring in a little bit to deepen these areas here, maybe underneath here. Kind of around the fork where it's going into the cake, along the bottom. And then I want a little bit on this drip. Drip, drip. Cut that out, why don't ya? Lemon cake. Hi, Deb. Lemon cake. Okay, Y15. We're still going to go a little light on the Y15. I'm going to use Y13 as my true color because I didn't put very much of this dark color on there. This one's starting to be more of the shade of cake I'm looking for. So I'm not putting too much on there, just a little bit. It's starting to really take those shapes. trying to do this without turning my cake too much. A little bit down here. Okay, maybe we should do a little bit here too. Kind of start building that side of the cake. Alright, now Y13 is going to have a whole bunch more because it's lemon yellow. It's really light yellow. And then Y11, my favorite one, will really brighten it up. Okay, so Y13. You can start to see that it's getting much lighter. Like almost like a flower yellow. So I think when we bring in this last yellow, it's going to be pretty, pretty, pretty. Using this one more as my true color, so I want to get most of that in there. It looks much lighter to me on here than when I look at my camera, my TV. Okay, so Y11, this is where we're going to finish filling it in. So we're going to do some back and forth strokes just to kind of really lighten that and blend it. So we're going to pick up those little tips right there. Back and forth here. Look at that yellow cake. That yellow icing. That was a good color for icing, I think. I think because we chose that, I might go in with my colorless blender if I can find it. And I'm going to lighten up my vanilla cake just a little bit. So this is just strictly colorless blender, just lightening that vanilla cake up just a little bit. Looks delicious, yummy. Yummy delicious. Hey. Okay, so here we go. Isn't he cute? He's super duper cute. He came out really good. I like that really bright color. And the eyeball looks pretty good too. Like it, like it, like it. Huh?
11.
Okay. So, what'd y'all think of that? Here's the question now. I think what we'll do is we'll color tomorrow we'll color one of these, and Friday we'll do the other one. And if we do baby dragons on Friday, we can go a little longer, and I'll have the pieces together to make the cards for all these images. What do you think? How's that sound? We'll whip them all out in cards as well. And I can have them already ready. Hi, Natalie. Okay, so here's the question. That took about an hour. I just got one of my pen holders. Ooh, you're going to be so happy, happy, happy. So here's the question. We already did it. I told y'all the details. We went over it. So, do you want me to color this other one? We could blend a different color. Chocolate cake? Alright. You like it? I like it too. I really like that color. Came out really good. That color blend. Alright. we're gonna roll with it. I think if I'm not going, like if I just whip through it, we'll be able to do this one in a little bit less time. So let's do it. You want to do it? Let's do it. Okay, so now we have one. Let's do one more. All right. Okay, so you gotta tell me, what color do you want while I get out my chocolate colors for chocolate cake. Yes, yes, yes. I like it too, a lot. Okay, E27, 25, and 23 is going to be our chocolate cake. Yes, the design is so much better with color. I agree. You definitely have to see it colored. And it's so much fun to color that you just gotta have it. I'm just saying. Pink. We can do pink. Ooh, and if we have chocolate cake, yum. Okay, so this chocolate cake, I'm going to put a lot more lines in. Here we go. Chocolate cake. This is going to be like devil's food chocolate cake. This is going to have a whole lot of this dark lines in it. You know devil's food cake is yummy. Pink or blue. You know I got some interesting pink and blue colors in my head, so we can roll with pink unless someone else wants to see blue. Alright, E25 is going to be the next color. Oops. Went a little over the line on that one, but you can't really see it. And it's all paper, so we're good. I'm going to go ahead and do all this part that's back under the fork. And then E23 is to back and forth, smooth out the cake a little bit, not too much. So we still want to see those lines in the cake. Yummy. Doesn't that look like yummy cake? Alright, so we're going to go back to our C colors so we can do the teeth and the eyes just like we did the last time. C1, and go around the outside of his eyes and then around the outside on this side, and we'll just do the teeth at the same time. Go. Does he come in digital? No, he's a stamp set, and we just got him back in stock, so he won't be digital for a long time, if at all. We kind of stopped our digital releases for now because people say they want digital, but then nobody wants to buy them, so it's a lot of work to advertise and show, and so we just decided with all the traveling and stuff, we'd put a hold on the digital releases for now. Okay. Now we're finishing the full tooth teeth with the C00. But we're going to finish the eye with the colorless blender. So just going over the whole thing. Once you put the gray in there, really just gives it that pop look. But we're not going to do that with the teeth, just with the eye. He's so fun. You could stamp him like a bajillion times and then just play around with him. Okay, so we need a pink color. All right, let's use some pinks that I don't normally use. Okay, we're gonna have to test this blend before we get rolling, so I can make sure I like it. Hi, Nana Butter. All right, so here's the pink we're gonna try. Oops, if I don't stop throwing the markers around. We're going to try RV29, then RV25. Those two look really good together. And then we're going to tone it down, start toning it down a little bit with RV34 to bring it a little bit more to a pinky pink. And then we're going to jump, hi Mickey, I'm going to jump way out there with RV42, making it a little peachy. And then back to RV32, which will tone it back down to the pink. I'm super happy with that, so we're going to roll with that. It's going to be a peachy pink. All right, here we go. This is a new color combo that I don't remember using, if I've used it at all. RV29, 25, then we're going to do RV34, and then 42, and then 32. So yeah, that'll be fun. All right, let's go. Let's roll. RV29 is first. I'm going to start doing in the same way I did the other one. So around his eye first. We're going to go all the way around his eye. Up to here, so we can just do a little bit here. Kind of a little bit under his nose. A little bit right here. Upper lip area. We'll just blend that out because I went a little too far on that. Now we're going to come down a little bit from here. Let's just put a teeny bit along there and along here. There we go. Alright, so then we're going to come down here. And we're going to put just a little bit here because it's the back of his neck, so it doesn't get much light there. A little bit here. Along his bottom lip. And then I'm going to just outline this since the black didn't come out very solid, just to kind of fill that in a bit. And then we're going to switch to our next color. So this one is RV25. This is why he's so fun, because you can make him any color you want. You can play with all the color combos and everything with him. Just like with the ice cream from the Ice Cream Monsters. Look at that's just a beautiful pink right there. And then we're going to roll with making it peach. So that won't stay, but if you want a really, really pretty pink, that's a really pretty pink right there. Okay, so now I want to start moving these to coming in the direction of his face. I knock that down. I'm going to go a little bit here, kind of around that eye where I put that other color. Extending out a little bit from his lip. Extending a little further under his nose. Kind of bringing that lip together. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit here. Since we put that darkest shade on there, I don't want that to look kind of funny. And since this is close to his teeth, I want to put a little bit of this color and extend out his lip area. Okay. I think we might need to put some of this on the underside of his ear. And here. There we go. Now the inside of this ear is probably going to look a lot like the rest of his body this time. RV34. This is the third one in the combo, so this is supposed to be the true color, but I think the next one is going to blow it out of the water. But we'll put more of this one in there, just because it's supposed to be our true color. It's just toning down that very bright pink color a little bit more. So the transition to the peachy color won't be so difficult. Kind of doing this on the side of my marker so I can put a little bit more ink on the paper. So I can get rid of those lines. I don't want to see any lines. I want a smooth blend. And with this one, we're going to extend out to his nose. A little bit more here. Okay, we're going to just blend these dark colors out. Let's do a little bit this way, just to keep that direction going really well. But I want them to be really small little brush strokes. I'm going to go along his lip and bring that out just a little bit more. I think the very first time I colored him, I was a little bit nervous because I was like, I don't really know what to do with that. Not sure what it is. But once I started coloring it, I was like, wow, this is really fun. Okay. So now, this RV42, slippery little suckers, I tell you, is a salmon pink. So it is significantly different. But wait till you see what it does to the color. Isn't that, it's so pretty. Here we go, you ready? We'll come back in with that RV32 that will soften that harsh peach color, but woo-wee. It's a pretty color. This quickly is becoming one of my favorite markers because it mixes with the pink and the blue and the, I mean, it's a universal color right here. It mixes really well with a lot of different colors and just makes it so, it just looks so different than any other colors. So I really, really like it. I like to throw it in the combo to throw everybody off on what color did she use. We're coloring just a little bit faster on this one since we've already done this once and you guys know how we did that. Loving it. Yeah, me too. I like this color. If you don't have this color in your Copic collection, you might want to think about it because this color is a lot of fun. The thing is, there's not, the colors around it are the 30s and stuff, so there's not like a blend with it, so I use it to mix with my other colors and I really like it. But I didn't use it for a long time because I was like, what am I supposed to use that with? They don't even have any more 40s in there. Here's RV32. This is the one I'm going to put just a teeny bit under his eye, but I want to leave that peachy color there. But now you're going to see how this is really going to smooth that out. Do you see how that happened? So pretty. So pretty. I may leave this alone and come back again with the RV42 when it dries, so we can give it just a little bit different color inside his ear than what we have outside. Okay, so this is going to be a lot of back and forth. Are you ready? Here we go. Because we really want to blend these colors together. I know Jamie doesn't really do this blending back and forth, but I do it a lot. I don't know why, but I never did in the beginning, but now I do it a lot. I just really like how it blends. Now look at that. Isn't that cute? Just like magic. I'm going to go over this part right here where the transition area is one more time just because I could still see that line and I wanted to smooth it out. So now see how much smoother that looks? Like magic. This is so pretty. It's a good color. I might even have to write this one down and use it in the future because it's super cute. I like it. Put a little bit up there. All right. So there we go. So cute. All right. So we're going to go back in with this RB42. And I'm going to work on this inner part of the ear because I want it to be a little bit different shaded than the other one. So we're going to leave it a little bit more peachy than the rest of the ear. Just define it a little bit different. Okay. Now, time to do his body. So here we go, where the darkest shade is. And now that I've done this other part, this is where it looks so crazy. It's like that is so dark compared to how the whole thing came out. It's hard to believe it started out that way. Okay, doing this, his little backside there. Just a teeny bit on his toes. I'm gonna do this little part right here. I mean, seriously. Everybody was laughing at me about my naked bugs. This is a naked monster. Okay, so we're going to make his little wrist there. Going to color underneath where the fork is. And his little fingers. There we go. All right, time for color number 2. RV25. Here we go. This is not the true color yet, so we got to be careful not to put too much of this in there. Alright, we need a little bit more in here because this is pretty shadowed right there. A bit more here. Kind of rounding out his toes a little bit more. Onto the hand. I'm going to do this part right here. Alright, this is how we color a little faster than the last time. So now you can see how much I slow it down when I'm trying to teach it to you guys. He's so cute, he's so cute. You like him in pink, huh? I like this pink color. I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out for sure, for sure. Okay, here's RV34. This is where it changes it, but it's the true color. So we're using it a little bit more liberally. He is so cute. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I like his cute little self. She, oh yes, it would be a girl, wouldn't it? Pink. Well, I mean, you know, it could be either or, but I think we should make it a her. All right, moving along. RV42 is the big changer, game changer right here. Game changer color. Love this color. Excuse me. Gotta get up early in the morning and take Jack to the vet. It's time for his little teeth cleaning surgery thingy they're doing. Remember I told you a while back he was getting those bumps and sores and cysts and stuff, and they're going to remove all that tomorrow. So he's got a big day ahead of him tomorrow. Feels like this marker's a little low on juice. I guess I use it a lot. So it's feeling just a little bit dry to me. Although, to most people, it's probably not dry at all. But I feel mine rather earlier than other people. Quite a bit earlier than other people. It doesn't sound like fun. It's going to be a rough day for him, but he'll be okay. I already took him for all his pre-tests and all that stuff before I went on the last trip, so we're good. Here comes the last color. So this is the back and forth and the blending. Clean his teeth and fix his breath. Woohoo! It's working. Sometimes I get a little nervous that when I color separate sections of the body, that I might not get the same tone or the same depth of darkness or lightness, and it makes me a little nervous. But I think we nailed it this time, because as soon as that dries, it will be the right color. Oop, I almost forgot this little leg. There's his little hand. Alright, so while I'm finishing this up, and I start on the inside of his mouth, you need to decide on candle color, eye color, and frosting. Alright, looky there. That, you asked for pink, you got pink. That is definitely pink. Okay. So for the inside of his mouth, we're going to go ahead and start that with the RV29. So again, I like the inside of their mouth to be dark. The same, same kind of color, but darker inside their mouth. You like. do just out a little ways underneath his tongue. All right. Adorable. Adorable, adorable. Okay, we're going to go around the chocolate cake and the icing because all of that would be dark inside his mouth. Okay. Next one. RV25. All right, here we go. It's going to make the inside of his mouth really bright. But that's okay, because our last color is going to be RV34. We're not going to put the peachy color in there this time. So the RV34 will darken it, deepen it up a little bit, and make it not so different than the rest of his body. I think it'll work really good. Let's do around his tongue. I think we might make his tongue the peachy color though. I think that would be good. Alright, RV34. I hope this works because I'm just guessing on this one. Oh yeah. That's what I was looking for. I have to go over it a couple times just to get that blend going in really good. I think that's going to be good. Alright, here we go. Just want to get this area right here. Perfect. Alright. So let's go ahead. I shouldn't have closed the RV34. Let's go ahead and put some of that in his tongue. And then we're going to do quite a bit of this RV42 to really bring in that color for his tongue. And I think in order to keep that, we're going to actually have to use both of these. So let's put this one in to bring that deep color back in there. And then let's go back to this one. There we go. Now, I think we're going to need the Colorless blender a little bit to kind of lighten up that tip of the tongue so it looks like there's a little bit of highlight on his tongue. One more. Ready? There we go. Now that makes the tip of his tongue look lighter, but still the right color. Alrighty. You like it? You like it? You like it? Okay, we're going to give him a dark nose, though. We're going to give him the T753 combo from before for his little nose. We used this color combo on something, on the other one for the fork. But I want to give him a little black nose. You love the pink? So there you got two options tonight. I'll put them side by side when I finish, so you can really see. There's only going to be 3 colors to this little pink, this dark little nose, so leaving that highlight area. Then we're going to come in and just barely touch it with this TO3. There we go. I think one more spot right here. There we go. That keeps his nose a little bit on the bright side. A little, maybe this part needs to be a little bit darker. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So now he has that color nose. Let's go back and put in our flame really quick. I think we did. Am I going to give him a blue eye? I can give him a blue eye. Blue would be fine. We can do a blue eye and blue candles. So let's go ahead real quick and do the flame. So this is the RV46. I mean the R46. And then this one is YR18. This is exactly the same as we did the other one. YR15. And then Y13. And from this side, not from this angle, but from this angle. So we don't want to pull that orangey color up. We want to keep the tip of that flame yellow. So that's how we do that. Just that part's done. Alright, let's see. Now we need a blue color. So let's do... do 90s, B99, 97, 95, and then let's throw in B52, just for the heck of it. So this is going to be the candle and the eye. We're going to do the candle first, just like we did before, to make sure that we really like the colors. For the eye, chocolate chip mint frosting. Ooh, yum. Okay, let's try that. We'll try that. I think that'd be great with the pink. So this is the B99, so we're going to go around the bottom of the candle with the darkest shade. A little bit here, and then this right here. Here we go. And we're going to go to B97, which is still going to be fairly dark. I'm going around just the black outline because it just didn't take as well. So I don't want to leave that gray looking. Okay. I think I'm good with those 2 colors so far. For the eye, B95. This is generally Jamie's blue jean combo so far. Although we're going to change it up a little bit here in a minute. Okay, and this is going to be the true teller. Am I good with this color or not? This is B52. Oh yeah, I think I like that. Yep, I think I like that. Let's do it. Let's do the eye. Okay, so first step, gotta make the pupil. So we gotta make his little pupil in here. That's our first step. Step 1. Give it a little bit of second to dry. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll give him a blue fork while I'm letting his eye dry. I mean, why not, right? You can get forks in any color at the Dollar Tree. And it'll look really good against the mint frosting, so I think that'll be cool. B97. Alright, check out this little guy. He is looking good. Alright, B95. And then you might be able to see the B52 a little bit better on this. I'm going to leave a little more space. You can really see how bright that 52 is compared to the rest of the sport. Okay, here comes B52. It has a little bit of a greenish blue to it, so it's really pretty. I use it a lot on skies because I like that it changes it up just a little bit rather than just a regular old blue sky. It's a little bit of my green in there. Love it. Okay, let's do his eye. We are definitely going to do this. Ready? That was the wrong marker. Okay, this is the B99. I'm going to do just a little bit of this outside. Teeny bit around there. And then I'm going to start putting some of these lines in here. Really teeny tiny lines. This takes a lot of practice to do, but you want to make sure that you keep those little lines really tiny. Alright, that was 99, this is 97, and 97, we're going to use a pretty light amount of that one as well because that's a really dark color as well. It's not, it's not really a good second color, just don't want to use too much of that. Then 95 is really good medium color. So we're going to go around this area, the outside of his eye, and then we're going to go around the inside, leaving us just a little space for that highlight of his eyeball with that B52. If this doesn't lighten it enough, we'll come in with the G00, but for now, this is the one that I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do this just in that half moon shape, and I'm just going to keep going over it and see if it lightens it enough. It's not going to lighten it enough. We're going to need that G color, which I usually need when I'm doing eyeballs. So I'm going to use that G00 on the next go round. So I'm going to go put these lines back in there with my B97. Want those eyes to really shine. Okay, and now here's where the magic happens. Okay, so look, it looks pretty good, but wait till I put this in it. Just gonna do it very lightly right here in like a half moon shape. Now, check that out. So much better. I'm gonna go back just a little bit further on this. give it just a little bit of a wider color there. I'm going to go back in with my 52 and kind of darken right here. So I think that needs to remain a little bit darker. And then I'm going to use my white gel pen. I know, isn't that amazing? I'm going to use my white gel pen real quick and make my little spot in his eye and one up here. And there we go. Check that out. Is that not cool or what? That's super duper awesome. And if you wanted, you could do a little bit right up here on his nose just to kind of show that highlight. But that's a personal preference there. And just show you because we didn't do it on the other one, but that'll just, you know. And then we said mint ice cream. I mean mint, mint ice cream. Mint. Very cool. Yes, love it. Okay, I can't remember for sure what my favorite mint combo was, so we're going to test this one out real quick because this is our last step and we're almost done. So I'm going to try this YG17. So that would be my darkest. And then I'm going to try this YG45. They're very similar, but when you look at the second one, it has more of a blue than a green. It starts bringing it more to that mint color. So I kind of think we need both. And then this one really starts lightening up that mint color. And then I don't know if I want to add this one or not. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we're going to roll with those four. Yeah, so those eyes, amazing. You know who taught me how to do that? Jamie. That's how we met. YG17, YG45, YG41, and YG11. If you've never heard that story, I met Jamie by watching her on a live on another group where she was on their design team, and she had colored this Annie image, and she did the eyes, and I was actually trying to color with her, and she did the eyes, and I just could not get it on my own. So after struggling through the day for a bit trying to get it to do the right thing, because I had always colored images that didn't have eyeballs like that, so I just made them black and white. And she colored that eye, and I tell you, it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. So after trying all day, I got frustrated, and I sent her a PM, and I said, hey, I was watching your live today, and I really love the way that you did the eyes. Would it be possible for you to teach me? Do you have time to teach me how to do that? I mean, I get what you said with the colors, and I can practice with them, but then how would I change that to a, she did a green eye. How would I change that to a blue eye? I would really like to do a blue eye. Or how would I change it to like a brown eyes? So she said, hey, yeah, sure, I'm making dinner right now, so I can contact you after I'm done with dinner. I was like, okay. And she did. And I said, can we FaceTime so you can show me? And she was like, yeah. That's how we met. After that, we talked for a couple hours that night, and then we just kept talking after that. And then she said, you want to come see me? How about they're doing a Idaho scrapbook show? Would you be interested in coming? I was like, yeah. She was like, you'd seriously fly to Idaho just to, hang out with me? And I was like, yeah. So our husbands were a little worried about us, but we did it anyway. And I went that year to the Idaho Scrapbook Show, and then the next year I came and I brought my mom, and we hung out, and the rest is history. I just kept going up there, and she came here, and there you go. That's how it all happened. She says I was lucky because she She doesn't usually talk to random people on FaceTime. But it was meant to be. Bestie's meant to be, I guess. Alright, so I didn't put too much of that in, but I really wanted some of that dark color in to show the shadowing. Here's the YG41. This is the one that's really going to make it look more minty. So I'm going to go over those greens I already put in there and kind of lighten them with this minty color. How long have we been friends? I think it's been about 4 to 5 years now. But we've seen each other 2 to 4 times every year until this year. Now, this year and last year we've seen each other a lot. Sometimes our husbands think we see each other more than we see them. But yeah, yeah, I've been super duper close since then. It just was kind of meant to be. It was so strange. I flew up there and I got off the airplane and I wasn't really even sure I knew what she looked like in real life because I'd never really seen her, and her the same with me. And I mean, you'd have thought we were friends for life already. We were just so excited and had so much fun. It just fell into place. And the rest of us Idaho friends of Jamie's got to meet and get to know you. Bonus! See? We came up there and I got to meet everybody, and then we just kept coming and just having fun, and yeah, it was super great. This is YG11. This is the last one before we put some little sprinkles in there. I don't want to put too much of this because I don't want to really taint this color that much because I kind of like the color it is. So we're just going to fill in those white areas. Coming along. I think because this is such a light color, I'm going to go back in on the back of the cake one more time with this YG41. It's darker, but it will blend this, and I think it's more of a minty color. So I'm just doing a few accent touches to really bring out those colors for that mint. There we go. Like that. I think this is a little bit dark, so I'm going to blend that out a little bit more. And maybe even with this one. YG11, one more time here. Kind of blend that. When that dries, I think that'll be good. Oh, you really like her? She's adorable. Okay, so we have to put, I'm going to use E23 to put some little chocolate chips in the, you know, some little sprinkles in the frosting, so it's like chocolate chip mint. Just kind of putting them randomly wherever to make it look chocolate chip minty. Y'all know that's Jamie's favorite ice cream, right? Chocolate chip mint. Every time she comes to my house, she says, "Are we going to have chocolate chip mint?" And I'm like, "Of course." So we always make sure that we have chocolate chip mint ice cream when Jamie gets here. So I'm just doing this really, really lightly so it's not too dark on the paper. And just changing the direction of all the little mint sprinkles so it looks there we go. Okay, so this is our little girl and this is our little boy. And they're eating some yummy cake. And now you saw how we made some unusual color combos all right there live. That's how I do it. Here they are up closer, closer, closer. So you can see their eyes a little better and how they blend. So that's how we choose blends, and that's how we do that. So there we go. I guess that's going to be it for tonight. Don't forget, this is now restocked in the shop along with the baby dragons and the It's Your Birthday baby dragons and Cake is Life. If you've been waiting for baby dragons, you do not want to miss out on this. I would order it. This is the 4th time we've ordered these. They keep going out of stock. So if it's something you've been waiting on, don't wait too long. They go pretty fast. We have another show coming up. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you like them. We will definitely make cards out of these sweeties. And thank you so much for hanging out. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Bye.